Hello friends and welcome. Thank you for joining me today for some Expedition Vikings. My name is Sean, and when we left off we had just defeated the bad guys attacking at the bridge, but we got to defeat Gunnarr in front of the longhouse. We can see over here, there's who I assume is Gunnarr, the peaceful. He is over there, and looks like he's got Vithrider and Hrosbjorn. I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing those more incorrectly than normal. But let's see if I can maybe sneak around the back of this stuff. Use that for cover, maybe? And then come on up here and there we go. You're halted in your tracks by an apparition. Outside your longhouse stands a man who almost defies description. He is a giant. His fur-lined shirt is barely capable of confining his bulging muscles. He is holding a weapon in each hand, and his stance calls to mind a bull in heat. Okay. By far his most outstanding feature, however, is his beard. It's the sort of beard you might expect to find adorning the face of a Jotun. It looks like a bear crawled onto his chin and died. Well, that's a pretty good beard. The giant's attention is not on you two. If his raiders appear out of your longhouse, each carrying a large sack of what you assume to be your possessions. Well, just an old woman and a weakling. They offered no resistance. I trust you didn't harm them. Not a hair out of place in either of their heads, Gunnarr, just as you said. Better drop those weapons. What in Odin's name is the meaning of this? Attack. Alright, well they didn't get harmed, so that's good. What is the meaning of this?
There you are.
Yep, here I am. The three raiders turn toward you as one. Immediately the sacks hit the mud and the weapons leave their sheaths. There you are. Let's be quick about this. Alright. Well, and he is quite capable of running up and getting on top of me. And it looks like that cover is not doing me any good. Dang. Lucky opening couple of rolls for those guys. At least this guy won't be able to hit us on the first round. But he will be able to put us into... damn. Well, I can bring this guy around here and he can shoot that arrow guy. I'd really rather focus on trying to take down Gunnarr, because I'm guessing that he is like the main threat here. Maybe if I bring him around here, he can absorb the damage. Yeah, let's try that. Alright. Now, I know I just said I want to take out Gunnarr, but like I think my odds are better of taking out this guy this round, maybe. Especially if I can avoid hitting his shield like that, that's pretty lucky. Let's try it. Oh, there's his shield. And let's switch over to a standard weapon here. Oh, I never used my mead. You know what? Let's use that. Maybe I did use it and I had two uses. I felt like I used it in that main fight earlier. Can I shoot this guy? 95%. All right. Let's take that shot. As a matter of fact, let's do our ranging shot. And let's see if can we still do the quick shot on top of that. Get like a really strong combo in here. Very nice. Alright. Okay, so we should be able to take this guy down. Very nice. Which will allow... It's going to allow him to step out of the way. And she can step out of the way over here. Alright. Nobody's got anything to heal with, unfortunately, though. And Gunnarr is going to take a big swing at whoever that is. And so I'm guessing he used interrupt, so I don't want to get anybody close enough to get shot by him, but I don't think that's going to happen. I guess it's... Yeah, I don't even think if I move this guy around. 95% chance there. Now I've given up my... Oh shit, I should have shot the aiming shot right there. I meant to. I guess I shot it right there. But let's... Now if I do this, it takes away all of his moves on the next turn. Let's try that. Is that going to take away his attack move and everything? Alright. hope so. That'd be pretty great if he can't attack or anything. But I might end up killing him this round. Wow. You know, it's funny because the first time I played through this, this battle was really tough. Like, I had a lot of trouble beating it, but it seems to be going pretty smooth for me this time around. I'm gonna want to shoot that guy, but I'm worried that he's gonna get his interrupt off on me. I've got my shield. So maybe I can block. How about I just stay over here and stay under cover? Ready? Okay, there's the ready thing. Alright, so we'll just be ready. I'm going to move her back one. I think I'm going to go ahead and move him over here as well, so he'll also be in cover. And I'm going to move this guy into cover there. And that's that. Alright, intern. And he is coming out with a spear. Nice. Very weak attack with his extend there. This is going to... I guess I'm not going to be able to flank him, but I can come around and attack him with my bow from here. And this guy is going to be able to get a shot off pretty easily with his bow as well. Actually, I'm going to use the double shot. What are my odds? 95? Yeah, let's use quick shot there. Well, this battle's pretty simple. Might be over already. Nice job. Victory is mine. Look at this, we're going to have more than one fight in an episode. Alright, so I used up my mead. I think that's it for that. That's okay. Gunnarr fights with the strength of 3 men, but eventually he falls, as all men do. When you pause to catch your breath, the giant pulls himself onto his knees. His voice booms despite his injuries. Well, that was rousing. It's been a very, very long time since I met anyone who could match me in battle. I did not expect to find such strong warriors here in this tiny village. I thought you unprotected. I guess I was wrong. I know when I'm beaten, I surrender. We shouldn't kill him, at least not yet. We might be able to get something useful out of him when the dust is settled. Find a safe place and lock him up. Don't leave him unattended. Kettle fetches a few more of your clansmen, and they tie Gunnarr up with enough knots to pacify a frenzied bull. Again with the bull metaphor, huh? The huge man makes no effort to resist as they take him away. Maybe he thinks he's going to get bread. Clansmen consider me idolized. Alright. Northman's raid updated, said check on Astridor and Rurik. Let's check on the treasure and these dead bodies first. Boo. Boo, I say. What is this rock? An unfinished runestone. Probably some thing I can do with my homestead. Speaking of, did we finish? We did finish up the training ring, right? Do we just not have enough goods to do anything like the palisades? Alright. I guess we need some more wood. 25 wood, 500 valuables. So we need wood and valuables. Alright, let's check on Mom. Whoever the other guy is, I can't remember. Rurik cracks the door open, holding a knife behind his back. Seeing your face, he steps away from the door to let you in. Oh, you're alive! Your mother grasps both your arms as though to make sure they're still firmly attached. And you're in one piece. Thank the spirits. It's over. We beat the raiders. I'm so proud of you. You're truly your father's son. Something is amiss. Why were the beacons not lit in morning, and the timing is so very convenient for our enemies? Perhaps we should talk to the giant now that he's at our mercy. He led them here. He must be able to tell us why. See what you can find out. I'll have Rurik here help me clean up the mess. Yeah, start cleaning up there, Rurik. And everybody gets bonus points for their thing. So let's, are any of these treasures? Looks like some of them might be. Oh. So I guess in theory I could put stuff in there, maybe? I don't know. Doesn't seem like there's going to be much hidden. This is mine. Oh, there is, though. Now, it's 30 wood. No. Alright. I'll don't know what that is up against the wall. Probably going to be some furs or something. Oh, it's only something I can look at. Empty? Boo. Why do you do that to me? It's really unfair. The first sword your father forged. Yeah, alright. Very decorative. Oh yeah, let's divvy out these points here. So I've got 11 skill points. Probably would like to level up. How about his shield ability? Yeah, let's boost that up. That's it for him. Kettle's got 17 points. We could bump up his arrow abilities. Are there any secondary abilities I want to get with him? I felt like we got pretty much all of them. I did want to get this guy into healing, didn't I? But I know we're going to get a healer pretty soon. It would be good to have a second healer, but for now I'm going to hold off. A tinker wouldn't be too bad, but I think at the start of the game it's probably smart to focus on leveling up your skills. So let's go ahead and level him up to a 3rd rank bow person. And Asleefer is primarily sword and shield. He's got 17 points. So it'll be 12 for either of those. What is the sword base damage increased by 24? Wow, that's real. Oh, I see. That's the no, that's not the full action. That's just the basis of that. I wonder if it's 8 increased by 8 because the 16 plus 8. It must be what it is. Yeah. So really, it increased it by 8, but that's okay. I'll take that. And I've got 5 points for a minor improvement if I want. Charge is pretty good. That costs 9. He's a shield guy, so he doesn't really need dual wielding. Oh, he's not very sensible. He is mostly strong. Actually, just mostly strong. Alright, so none of those are going to do any good. He's got guarding and repairing, so he's got good skills for camping. Alright, I think we're just going to sit on those 5 points and save them for next time. That wouldn't be too bad, actually. Powerful kick. If it actually knocked him down, that would be pretty good, because then you could get pretty good combos off of that. Not really sure what armor piercing does, but I mean, it sounds good. Alright, Nefja has got 11 points. Is that going to be enough to boost? Oh, she's already at level 3 on spear, so I'm not going to be able to boost that up. I don't like that she's got those knife skills. It'd be nice if I could have used those points for something else. I'm pretty happy with the various things that she's got in here. It definitely seems like Anticipate Opening would be a pretty good attack to have. Oops, I skipped that one. Let's use War Cries for party-wide bonuses, huh? Tears Favor, total damage reduction plus 25. All Norse allies get centered. Physical resistance is 100%. Seemed pretty good. I was talking about how I would really like to get some of these cries. And she is never going to be like range. So you know what? I think I will... Witchcraft is no good. Taunt will cause the people to charge at you. It uses a lot of points. It doesn't really seem worthwhile considering that you can get... like this has got a whole tree of different things. Critical chance plus 10. Mental resistance 100%. Base melee damage plus 20%. Wow. Alright, yeah, let's go down the Galder route for her. And that's it for those points. Alright, so let's head out the door. See what's out there. Now, basically, we got to go around and collect up a bunch of quests. I need to open up the couple of map locations and stuff. Is everything well with you in the smithy? Depending on what you need me to do, I have everything you need. If you need weapons or armors, you have to find a better equipped smith. could. It's not going to be the best equipment. Better than going to battle unarmed, I suppose. Let's see if we can get... How about this fur helmet? Would cost 11 hide, which we have 10. 1100 valuables, which we definitely don't have. And this axe... 111... Oh, wait. 1 and 100? That's it? Well, that's... we can afford to do that. Do we need this thing fixed, though? 2 to 7. I'll talk to you later, Kveldifer. That's right, we were going to come talk to Gunnarr. Gunnarr says... He's been tied to a pole. He must have been standing in the mud for 3 hours. He stands straight and looks you in the eyes when you approach him. Well, of course, he's like a bull. Not so boisterous now, are you? I can't fault you for gloating. You've earned the right. Ha! Well, this guy's very good-natured. We didn't have a chance to get properly introduced. I'm called Gunnarr the Peaceful. I'm in Ulfheden from Vestfold in the north. I assume you're the Thane of the village. I'm Sean son of Douglas, and I am indeed Thane here. Tell me, Sean, son of Douglas, why am I still alive? What is an Ulfhedens, like you heard me talking? We're the chosen warriors of Odin. We go into battles with no coat of armor. Instead, we wear wolf pelts, become mad as beasts. You are honored to be under his protection, sure. Guided by the wrath of the Allfather, I've slain many men. Neither fire nor iron has any effect on me. It's a powerful pact. I can offer you a way out of this. I'll make my words count, Thane. Why'd you attack me? Your defenses are weak. No palisades, barest excuse for earthworks or a tempting target. I don't think my sense is high enough to try that. You want me to believe you sailed down to steal Mom's jewelry? Your village lies along a major trade route. We assumed you'd be wealthy, and how's the beacons weren't lit? Perhaps the watchmen were doing a shitty job of keeping watch in their defense for being very quiet. What's your relationship to Skullcarver? So you know I'm not exactly from these parts. Alright, enough playing around. Here's what I believe happened. Failed. Explain your theory of how and why Gunnar's group came to set their sights in your village. But you realize it sounds really weak. Gunnarr seems completely unimpressed, snorting derisively at several points. In the end, you're left feeling somewhat deflated, and your prisoner fixes you with a blank stare. You speak not a single word of sense. Ha! Simply came to hear about your village from a traveling merchant. That's all. I have nothing more to add. I know you're lying, so I'll make you an offer. Reveal who sent you here, and I swear you will go free. You swear it? What is such an oath worth to me? Well, all right. I accept your offer. I met Skullcleaver on Orkneyjar, and he swore your village was a worthwhile target, wealthier than the painted ones and far less fierce. He was either lying or mistaken. What is Orkneyjar, and how do you pronounce it? You've heard stories of the islands to the west across the sea. Orkneyjar are the northernmost of those islands. Many Northmen have come to take land from the tribes that live there. There are stories of a great kingdom to the south with great concentration of wealth and little else in the way of defenses. We never made it that far south. Perhaps I will return to those islands and explore further in the future. Who are the painted ones? Well, those are like Picts, right? Hey, look at that. They're the tribes that live in the north on the isles across the sea. They're called the Picts. Their weapons are poor, and their homes are primitive by our standards, but they have fought fiercely and they live in harsh conditions. All in all, they're not a worthwhile target for raids, but their lands are fertile, so we've been able to keep them in check. I'll discuss these findings. We'll talk later. Better be telling the truth. Better be telling the truth. That sounds tough. Don't forget your oath. I'll be awaiting my release. Ha! Thinks he's very amused by himself. I should have seen the connection, says Kettle. Yep. Thane Skull mentioned his ties to Cowpang at the feast, and there's a group of Northmen. What does he stand to gain from this? He must intend to weaken us of the next owl thing? Yep, that sounds right. Do you believe he's really been to the owls across the sea in Gunnarr as well? Could be. He said they crossed far to the north and found only tribes. But if the stories of larger kingdoms to the south are true, perhaps that's where Douglas went. If the stories are true, there's much opportunities there. Sounds good. Yeah. Asselfer crosses his arms. Your father lost his life exploring these islands. Remember that before you follow his footsteps too far. You are much too young a man to be so cynical. We should take this to his leader and hear what she thinks, right? She knows school a lot better than we do. Alright. Are there any goodies that I didn't? I feel like I went through and collected pretty much everything. Actually, I don't need to. Can I go inside that? I don't know that I ever tried to go inside that house. Nefja lives here with her mother. Oh, I guess not. How about that house? Probably not. Oh, well, I guess we can. What's in here? And it's not going to count as stealing if I try to take these goodies? There's nobody in here? Wow, alright. Look at that. Armor. Dang. I'm glad I wandered in here. This apparently is Leoter's house. I hope Leoter doesn't mind that we're stealing everything he owns. Yeah. I like how nobody else came in here. I don't want any witnesses to me stealing everything out of this guy's house. I even steal stuff out of his bed. He still doesn't have any wood though, which is something I really could use. Kettle sometimes... Oh, this is Kettle's house. Oh, Kettle lives with Sigrider and Leoter. Got it. Alright. Well, if Kettle says it's okay, then it must be okay. Let's take a look at the inventory situation since I picked up a nice bit of armor there. Oh, and a fancy sword too. I didn't even notice that. Probably better than the sword I'm carrying. 9 to 16, and this one's 12 to 18. All right, I'll take it. And armor. So it looks like the armor that I have right now is better than that one. All right, but probably would be an improvement for Aslafur. With this sword, the sword would be an improvement for him as well. And that's pretty much it, right? The rest of this stuff is just kind of junk. Who do we have that has repairing skill? This guy. So we could have him start taking some of these things apart, but I might level him up one in repairing before I do that, just to get a better return on the goodies. What am I doing? That's right, I don't think there's gonna be anything that she needs. Nope, okay. Close you down. Alright, well, I'm glad we came across that. Let's see if there's any other goodies I might have missed. Doesn't look like I can go inside any of these other houses. Oh, there's a barrel that I apparently... Oh, it's one of those mystery barrels that you can't grab a hold of. Alright then, I guess we'll come back down and see what Mom has to say. Hello, Mother. I'm back. What'd you find out? Skull Cleaver's behind this. Thane Skull's been to the islands. He recruited the Northmen there. Neighbors are conspiring to weaken us. Well, why not be a little more direct? Skull is the cause. It's worse than I thought. How? The Northmen have started settling in the Isles across the sea. Skull met the raiders there and convinced him. When we were easy pickings, our raid was our own fault. We're dummies. Let's deal with that later. If Skill is acting against us, do you know what that means? We have no... No, let's not sound so... take the most optimistic. He'll try to get control of our clan. That must be his ultimate plan. That gives him almost a year to weaken us further. Nobody will help us against him. He holds great favor with the king, so we can expect no political protection. Yelling is a large territory with many fine warriors, so we can't face him in battle. Third, he controls trade with Cowping, a route so profitable. We have almost a year till the next owl thing. There must be something we can do. That's very, like the quitter. Cross the sea and plunder that unprotected coast. Much seek political allies elsewhere. We need to build our own trade routes. Well, everything says going across the sea, huh? Sure, let's try trading with them across the sea. So, shit, that's right. I should have been trying to focus on leveling up my aggressive followers. I keep forgetting about. I need to take a consistent approach here. I think most of these guys were greedy, but I could have bumped up their morale by being aggressive, and the ones that are aggressive and greedy, which is pretty much everybody. Well, that's too bad. I see no other option. Your first act as Thane will be to leave your clan just like your father. Do you have anything to contribute other than complaining? Do you have any rebuttal to offer better than nuh-uh? I know you've sworn to serve Sean, but you're so afraid to leave. I'm glad we can convince the Thane along the way. I didn't read that properly. I'll follow if so ordered. In fact, I'll be glad to go. However, our clan duties... Oh, hey, look at that. But if you're so afraid to leave, I'm sure you can convince your Thane to let you stay. Okay. However, our duties lie here with the clan. There won't be a clan much longer if we don't do something. Think about the glory, the treasure, the battles. We're not going for glory. We're going to save the clan. The Skalds will sing of our deeds for years to come. Shut up, all of you. Let's try that one. Will it make the aggressive people happy? No, it doesn't. Let's make preparations immediately. You'll need a new ship, a real herd to crew it, and your house carls alone won't be enough. We only cargo to trade. We should ask Thorfinn if he's up to the task. Well, I'm going to have to go through all these options anyways. If I know him at all, he's been dreaming of such a task for a long time. There are a few fighting men left in the clan. We must leave someone to protect the village. Maybe we should consider asking Gunnarr to join us. Are you mad? That is mad, but it might not be a bad idea. You saw him fight. We want a man like that on our side, but can we trust him? He's a brute, but if he'll swear fealty, he'll be our brute. Considering his present situation, I'm sure he can be won over. We'll give him a chance, but we need more crew than him. You'll need at least a crew of 10 for a longship. If you'll take my advice, go to the market in Reeb and make your plans public. Many have heard the stories of that bountiful coast. You should find no shortage of volunteers. We should bring trade goods, but what little wealth father left us was spent on the feast. I have an idea for that. I'm not sure what you're going to suggest, or I'm sure I know what you're going to suggest. Remember Adis told us about the ancient grave on Funen, where they say a king and queen were buried with all their wealth? I knew it. If that's true, we could sell the loot and fill the whole ship with cargo. If that story were true, the grave would have been robbed already. Let's go talk to Adis about it and see what she thinks. Sure, why not? It does sound whimsical. Oh yeah, whimsical. But Adis is wise and well-grounded. Talking to her wouldn't hurt. And so we begin preparations, my son. I'll start pulling some strings so we can learn more about school's activity. I'll hate to see you leave, but I know you'll do your father proud. We'll watch over the clan in your absence. All right. So we got 5 skill points. The plot thickens, and we have come to the end of an episode. So that is some exciting stuff. Let's step outside just to make a more interesting picture for when we start up the next episode, really. But that's going to be it for this one. So thank you so... Oh.
Leaving. I want to join you.
Okay, well, I guess she's going to join us up now. Sure. Thank you. I'll find someone to take care of Hulda while we're gone. You're letting the poisoner join us? I was the one who had her poison you. If you're still angry about it, be angry with me. Spent the whole night in the freezing outhouse because of her lies. Could have given you much worse, you know. Stare spits fire. All right. Roskva has joined our herd. There you go. That's it for this episode, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. And thank you very much for subscribing. I do really appreciate it. I will see you here again real soon with the next episode. Bye, everybody.